Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today I wanted to do another installment in my Eye on Indies series. This is a series that I created so that we could really celebrate some of the indie beauty companies that are out there. If you're like me, I love indie makeup. I think it is just so unique and inventive and just downright fun. And I really want to bring more and more of these awesome companies to the forefront. Now, I've done one other video so far in this series where I highlighted Sydney Grace. I will make sure pop that up in the eye for you. I'll also make sure to link it in the description box below, as well as I will be creating a playlist. These will, for the moment, be the only two in that playlist, but it is my hope to really grow this series so that we can all discover fun and interesting new makeup together. I hope that you will agree. So today we are going to be talking about Emme Cosmetics. So Emme Cosmetics is a Canadian brand. They are out of Kitchener, Canada, and they have amazing eyeshadows. I discovered them thanks to Cookie Pans on Instagram. She had gotten in an order, this has been a few months ago now, and posted a video, and I'm not even kidding you. The moment I saw that video, I knew I needed to go buy some shadows that day, and I did. I picked up 8 of the eyeshadows and none of them have been a disappointment. They are honestly some of my favorite shadows in my collection that I've been playing with over the past few months. So let's talk a little bit about those shadows. So as I said, I picked up 8 shadows and these are those beauties right here. I'm trying to catch some of the shiftiness of them. These have some that are just regular shimmery shades, but knowing me, I did also pick up some shimmery duochromes because those are just my favorites. I love duochromes, multichromes, whatever the case may be. I just find them so fascinating and unique and yet so elusive because I can't seem to make them show up on camera with their true just intensity. These are amazing. So let's talk a little bit about the shadows themselves. Now, while I'm talking, I am going to have a video playing up in the corner. I created 3 different looks that I filmed that I want to be able to show you, including this one that I'm wearing today. I'm using one of the duochromes today. It is the green brown shade, which is actually, we'll use this one as my example. This one right here. And it looks green in the pan, but I'm telling you, once you swatch it out, it has such complexity to it, and I love that. So, sorry about that. We had my usual afternoon visitor. So, as I was saying, this is an indie makeup brand out of Kitchener, Canada. So, when you go onto the website, you will want to make sure that you adjust the currency. They do ship internationally, obviously, since I live in the States, but it's not limited to just the northern continent. They do ship worldwide. Now, their shadows are, in my opinion, very well priced. So for me here in the United States, it's $6 and change, whereas in Canada, $8 for each pan of eyeshadow. And for me, I feel like that is a heck of a steal, especially with the kind of quality and complexity that you get from these shadows. Now, they do also say on their website that they use the minimal amount of ingredients to make sure that they are producing just the highest quality product that they can without a bunch of junk and fillers, which personally I absolutely appreciate. They do, for the most part, they mostly all come with this cute little embossing. It's hard to tell since I've been obviously using these shadows. I've been wearing away the print, but it's their emblem, which I like little touches like that. I think that that shows just, I don't know, kind of a higher level. It's not obviously required, but I like it. I think it just adds that little something to it. Now, they do also fill up their pans entirely, and I know that that sounds kind of silly, but it just has that very polished look to it, and I think that's what I'm going for, where everything just looks really, really just polished and nice, and I appreciate that very much. So as I said, I did purchase 8 different shadows, and I have every intention of purchasing more. Now, I really did think that this green brown shadow was going to be my favorite because I am a sucker for a good green brown shadow. But I'll be honest, my very favorite one so far, let me make sure this is all the way in so that I don't break it because that would be the worst, is this shade right here. I don't think you're going to be able, oh, I think I caught a little bit of that duochrome action going on. It is such a cool shade. It's called Universe, and I am 100% obsessed. 100% obsessed. Like, even looking at it on my finger, it has kind of this purple to blue shift. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Maybe a little bit. But you guys, it is just so awesome. Like, if you don't pick up any other eyeshadow from them, pick up Universe because it is absolutely magical. When I wear this shadow and I pass by a mirror, like when I go to the bathroom and I wash my hands afterwards, I get mesmerized looking in the mirror and seeing this shadow. I mean, it is beautiful. These shadows for me last really well on the eyelids. I don't notice them fading or bunching or gathering throughout the day, which I also very much appreciate. Now, I do have dry skin. I don't struggle with oily eyelids, but I do also always use a primer. Lately, I've been using the MAC Paint Pot for most of this year in Painterly. Wow, brain stopped working. But I do really love just the longevity that I get from these shadows, and they do stay very true to color. Now, the one deficiency that I currently have is that I didn't pick up any matte shadows, and that is something that I'm very guilty of when purchasing singles, because shimmery shades are just my favorite because they're just so, I don't know, they're eye-catching and fun and interesting. But I am going to be placing another order with them so that I can pick up some of their matte shadows, because I definitely do want to try those out as well. From everything that I've heard, matte shadows can be a little bit more difficult to create, so I do definitely want to check those out. Now, obviously, I'm not a chemist. I don't make makeup. I don't really know, but that's just what I've heard from other people on YouTube. Now, with that being said, they are about to release a new palette. It will be releasing on November the 2nd, and they did design it with 2 different colorways, which I love that more companies are starting to do that. So they have a light to medium variation and then a medium to deep variation, so that it plays up those intensities and those color stories for people that have a darker complexion. If you were to take a very light shadow and try to put that over a darker complexion, it's going to have an entirely different look than if you apply it to, say, my pasty complexion. So I really love that companies are starting to take that more and more into consideration so that you have more representation within the different communities. And I love that, and I hate that it's taken until 2020 to get there, but I'm very, very thankful that we are there. I hope that makes sense. So the store is currently closed. It will be closed until November the 2nd when they release that palette. But I do definitely recommend checking them out. I'm going to go ahead and pause here for just a moment, and I'm going to insert some swatches of all of these beautiful shades right here. So those are the swatches of the 8 shadows that I picked up, and I'm very excited to pick up more. As I said, I will make sure to pick up some mattes this time. I'm on the fence about whether or not I'm going to pick up one of the palettes themselves, only because I already own shadows from both variations. So I may just pick up some more singles. I really haven't fully decided. Let me know in the comments down below, since we still have plenty of time before it releases. Would you rather see a follow-up with just more singles, or would you like for me to pick up one of the palettes and do some looks with that, like a 3 looks 1 palette sort of situation? I would really be interested to know what you would prefer. So they also have some other products. They also have highlighters. I haven't tried any of those yet, mostly because none of the ones that they have for lighter skin complexions have caught my eye. They've got a ton of duochrome highlighters, which a lot of people really love. They're just not my personal preference, but I do really hope to pick one up in the future, highlighter that is going to be flattering for, again, my very pasty skin tone. So I am very curious about that. So once I do, I will make sure to give you my thoughts on it as well. So would I recommend Emmy Cosmetics? And the answer is wholeheartedly yes, absolutely. Run, don't walk to the website, pick out what you want, set an alarm for November 2nd, and make it happen, because you will really, really enjoy these shadows. Now, as with any other indie makeup company, please do not expect 2-day shipping. It doesn't work that way with indie brands. With me, I know I placed my order, and from order placement to delivery, it did take right around 4.5 weeks. So that, in my experience at least with indie makeup brands, is very, very standard. I just want to throw that out there in case you're like me and you're crazy impatient. Setting proper expectations, which they do a very good job of on the website. Just be aware that you're not going to get it in a couple of days, as sad as that makes my little heart. But yes, definitely 100% recommend checking them out. I think that they have fabulous customer service. They have a beautiful presence on Instagram. They are very involved, and I really do appreciate that as well. There is nothing more special, I think, than feeling seen, and especially when you really love something like these shadows and you put it out there wanting to show other people. It's really nice that, you know, the brand can see that as well. I think that that just really adds to the sense of community. So those are my thoughts on Emmy Cosmetics. Again, let me know, is this a brand that you have any experience with? Or what, if you do, let me know, what is your favorite eyeshadow that you have picked up from them, so that I can check it out as well. I think that would be really, really fun. So please definitely let me know that. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you are having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.